Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
Welcome into Cardinal Baseball Live. It is the season opener for Fort Worth Christian as they take on Bishop Lynch here from Liberty Christian. I'm Will Connerly alongside Trey Bell. Happy to be with you for the debut of the Fort Worth Christian Cardinals baseball season and the first broadcast here this year for Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Glad you're with us and hoping for a fantastic campaign that all gets kicked off tonight, Trey.
Yeah, we are excited to be here, Will. We saw some tanks in that first game. Saw one over to right field, over the L in baseball, and over the state champions in left. So the ball's really carrying tonight. And there's some big bats over there on that Cardinal bench that are going to be out there and driving the ball far. I'm looking for an exciting game.
It should be a great game. Bishop Lynch, the opponent tonight for Fort Worth Christian, known always to be a really strong program. So what a great test and opportunity you have to begin the season. Both teams having a chance to showcase their skills tonight. Bishop Lynch has already had a couple games under their belt, but for Fort Worth Christian, they get the season underway here this evening. The first of 4 games that they'll play over the next 3 days for this kickoff tournament to begin the season for Rusty Greer's squad. And his Raines at the helm. He's got a very talented roster here this season, of course highlighted by Grady Emerson, the top-ranked high school player in the country, but plenty of other players, 5 of them going to sign to play at the next level. We'll talk about all of them throughout tonight's broadcast, but National Signing Day yesterday certainly being a highlight before the season gets kicked off tonight.
Well, what impresses me the most about this is how much Coach Greer knows about baseball. I spent some time with him 5 or 6 years ago. We were putting together some content to do some training and some things online. In 4 sessions of him drawing on the board, it's like some of the ideas were totally away from anything I ever had known. How to position the outfield, where to go on a ball hit to the outfield with a runner on second base. It's not necessarily take it home every time, right? In fact, it's bringing it in to second base mostly to keep the double play in order. And I think he's a real fundamental coach. His team plays like that. And the other thing that I noticed when I was looking at the stats from last year, Will, they got a core group of power back, but more than anything, they got a core group of thieves. They got guys that are going to be able to steal the bases. In fact, one of those is their top base stealing player from last year, who had 28 stolen bases on a team with a total of 96. And that is Griffin Carney. This guy led the Cardinals with a .421 batting average. He had 129 plate appearances over the course of the year, 107 at bats, and he had 35 runs scored and 28 stolen bases. Not only that, Will, but he's at the top of the order, and he drives in runs as well. He had 18 RBIs over the season as the Cardinals hit the field.
Cardinals hitting the field. We'll see Griffin Carney lead things off for Fort Worth Christian in the bottom of the first inning. But to begin things for the home team in this Matt Clark Classic here at Liberty Christian School, it's the Cardinals out in the field first. And so you get an opportunity to see the southpaw in Gregory Smeds, who the senior, he was their workhorse 1 year ago, and so you have a chance again to see what Greg Smeds could do here this season. Coach definitely having high hopes as the ace goes out there, who was their best pitcher a year ago, trying to build on that.
Well, I'm from Alabama, man, and it looks like Smeds to me, but we're going to have to figure out how to say that. S-M-E-D-S. I don't know if it's Smeds or Smeds, but he was the workhorse. 68 innings pitched last year, 2.54 ERA, and that's as a junior on the squad, Will. So this is going to be his year. Got a live fastball. Looks like from the warm-ups here, he can break it off and put it on that back knee of a right-hander as well.
Had a lot of innings as a junior. We'll go with Smeds this evening. That's what I think
whatever.
I heard earlier
All right.
from Coach Greer, catching up with him as we did before this broadcast, but could be proven wrong, Trey. Have many times. Let's go through the lineup that he'll face for Bishop Lynch. The first in the order, Jake Bassick going to lead things off in center. Noah Herman hitting second at second. Will McGinnis, Parks Belknap. That is the lineup for Fort Worth Christian.
That's the lineup for Fort Worth Christian. I'll tell you what, let's go through that real quick while it's on the screen. You got Griffin Carney playing second base, Grady Emerson playing shortstop, and Grady is right now the top-ranked player forecasted in the MLB draft, maybe 1 and 3, depending on which mock draft you look at. Brilen James in center field. You got, I think it was Parkerson and cleaning up. Okay, let's bring these guys in. You got their lineup. Go ahead, Will.
Well, certainly it's Jake Bassick leading things off. The season underway as Smeds misfires on the first offering. 1-0 count. And it is in for a strike here to Jake Bassick, the center fielder, leading things off for Bishop Lynch. The 1-1, swing and a miss by Bassick. And a 1-2 count for the southpaw. Brilen James and Casselberry left to right in the outfield for the Cardinals. And the 1-2 above the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Parkerson and Emerson on the left side of the infield. Carney and Andujar on the right side. While his battery mate is Hank Austin as Smeds comes set. And the 2-2. Popped up right side. Andujar going for it. And able to gather in foul territory for the first out. So 1 gone as it's Smeds who begins his 2026 campaign with a little pop out to the first baseman in foul territory. And Noah Herman, the second baseman, comes up to the plate. Smeds delivers, fouled straight back, 0-1 the count.
You know, I like here in the early going, Will, is the pitcher for the Cardinals is keeping the ball down. He's not going to get hurt if he keeps that ball down.
Oh, 1 count. Smeds kicks and delivers. That misses upstairs.
Wonder if anybody has a gun on it tonight.
We'll see, Trey. Perhaps some guns. Plenty of scouts expected to be in the stand. Smeds comes set, and here is the 1-1. It's high. Here to Noah Herman, the second baseman. Top of the first inning, just 1 hitter into the ballgame. It was a pop out to the first baseman, Antonio Andujar. And Smeds comes set and delivers.
Okay.
And he misfires. 3 balls and a strike here with 1 out.
3-2. 3-2's a count. 3-1.
3 balls and a strike.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And it's ball 4. So a free pass issued by Smeds, and Noah Herman is granted first base. Brings up the third baseman, Will McGinnis. 1 out, 1 on. As Gregory Smeds fires it in the zone for a strike. Part of the Matt Clark Classic here in Argyle at Liberty Christian School, as it's opening day for the Cardinals. Smeds comes set, a big swing and a miss there by McGinnis.
He blew that right by him.
Oh, wow. Smeds, we get a correction from the dugout. So Trey Bell, you were correct. It is Greg Smeds.
Oh, that's a good pitch right there. Where was that
upstairs.
pitch? I don't know, Will Connerly.
1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Noah Herman.
Now, you don't want to live there, but on an 0-2 pitch, that was a good spot.
We did get correction on the last name, Trey.
Yeah, of course you did, Will.
Gregory Smeds.
Oh, great pitch.
Swing and a miss and a strikeout, the first of the season for Smeds.
And, of course, since there were less than 2 outs and first base was occupied, the runner can't run to first base on that swing and a miss, and we got 2 down. Good job by the umpires in that first game, Will. We got a different crew here, it looks like. Or maybe they rotate it.
And the first one misses upstairs to Parks Belknap.
See, this is an example of how the outfield's positioned. This is an example of some of that learning that I picked up from Coach Greer when we were. Oh, that's a rip right there. That's going to be. No, got him played pretty well, Will.
And it's gathered in right by Casselberry. So 1 left on for Bishop Lynch in the top of the first. The Cardinals will come to the plate for the first time this season when we come back.
Are we up? We're good. Bring.
We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are
Cardinal Baseball Live here on Tradio. Trey Bell, Will Connerly. Apologies on mispronunciation of the starting pitcher.
Will, look, man, you're
Greg Smeds.
You're from the north. It's no problem.
We got it right, though, after it took an inning.
Yeah, right.
Greg Smeds, though, good right. First inning of work for him to begin the season for the senior left-hander, and now the Cardinals coming to the plate. And the first 3 in the order for Rusty Greer's lineup: Griffin Carney, Grady Emerson, and Brilen James. The first 3 scheduled to hit after that: Jaxon Casselberry, Jake Parkerson, Hank Austin, then Blayne MacDonald, Antonio Andujar, and Andrew Ridgel.
Now, if my memory is correct from reading those stats, preparing for this game, between Carney and James, you have 54. Yeah, Carney's at the plate. Between Carney and James, you got 54 of the 96 stolen bases from last year that came back.
A lot of speed on this Cardinals roster, and certainly at the top.
Oh, look at that.
And the first one fouled away to the right side, 0-1 count.
I like to see that, Will. He was ready for that first pitch. Yeah, I don't know.
Parks Belknap, the starting pitcher for Bishop Lynch. The right-hander comes set. Kicks and delivers. And misfires a ball and a strike, the count to the leadoff man, Griffin Carney. Fouls it away to the right side. It's a 1-2 count. Carney, as you mentioned, hit well north of 400 last year en route to a first-team all-district selection. Led the team in hits and stolen bases. Will now try to battle with a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the first.
Pretty deep at shortstop. With his speed, I don't know if he's going to beat it out in the hole.
And the 1-2.
There you go.
It's grounded to the right side.
Look at that. Oof, almost got down there.
And gathered by Noah Herman, gets it to the first baseman, Stephen Kalani, for the first out on the 4-3 ground ball.
That speed will come back to help him out, Will. Routine ground ball to the second baseman, and he turned it into a one-step play at first base.
This brings up Grady Emerson, the shortstop. Here with one out, nobody on in the bottom of the first inning. Hayes, Bonds, Jake Bassick, and Jack Carpenter, the three in the outfield from left to right for Bishop Lynch. And the catcher, Cam Carpio.
Oh, looks like it's a helmet equipment issue, Will.
Adjusting the equipment. Perhaps with the adjusting his catcher's mask. Going to get the communication correct with his battery mate on the mound. Parks Belknap throwing to Cam Carpio behind the plate for Bishop Lynch. Emerson watches an off-speed pitch cut into the strike zone. 0-1 count. Emerson signing to play at Texas yesterday. 4 others also pledging to play at the next level for the Cardinals. However, Emerson, as he watches that up and away, one of the top-ranked prospects in the upcoming MLB draft, the second-ranked prospect in the draft overall and top-ranked high school player. So very impressive talent.
Yeah, what's crazy about this, Will, is that he's in the 2-hole and he's wrapped with players that can drive the ball, that can run the bases. I mean, this team's loaded from top to bottom if you check them out, right? You look at the stats, the core group coming back. They've added some pitching. They've added this guy, Grady Emerson. And I'm really looking for this team to do some damage.
Emerson swinging a miss, and he goes down on the punch-out. That brings up Brilen James here with 2 down and nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. And you mentioned Jaxon Casselberry, the man on deck as well, another player who came over from Argyle, a part of Rusty Greer's squad, along with Emerson, who just went down on the strikeout. First pitch swinging, popped left side by James.
Out of play.
And it drops in foul territory. So solid top of the first for the lefty, Greg Smeds. He faces 4. Worked around a 2-out or 1-out walk. Was able to record a punch out as well.
Super impressed with some of the things that we learned this week about Coach Greer's team. Well, one of those is attention to detail. Big focus of the team. And then walk, talk, think, and act like a winner. That's so you'll see on some of the social media WTTA and ATD. And that is, oh, look at that rip. That ball's going to stay up, though, isn't it? Nope, down.
A 2-out single to center field for Brilen James. The line continues now to Jaxon Casselberry. A pledge to UT Arlington. Big bat, hit over 400 a year ago at Argyle.
Going to put pressure on the defense with that guy at first base, Will. We talked about at the top of the show, Carney and James are the 2 returning speedsters on this team.
Belknap will try to work around a 2-out single to center by James, and Casselberry watches the first above the zone.
Look how deep the left fielder's playing, Will. He is like, if there's a warning track, he's back on it. Look at that guy in left.
Ace Bonds out in left for Bishop Lynch, showing plenty of respect for the right-handed power hitter in Casselberry. With a 1-0 count here in 2 outs, 1 on, it's James. Plenty of speed, as you mentioned, Trey. As Belknap comes set, kicks and deals, and that one even more above the zone. A 2-out count here to Jaxon Casselberry. Friendly hitter count to the power hitter here in his first season with Fort Worth Christian.
Yeah, they're playing him deep and right. They're playing him deep and right and left, but center field looks more straight away, Will.
And all 3 have been above the strike zone. Here to Casselberry. Jake Parkerson waiting on deck.
So you're giving him the swing away here, Will? I don't know what Coach Greer's philosophy is on that. We'll see. 3 balls and no strikes.
Well above the zone. James was off and running. It didn't matter because it went to the backstop, and he advances 90 feet to second. Casselberry to first on the free pass. And so now runners at first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning here for Jake Parkerson.
And Parkerson was one of that core returning group, I believe, Will. He was the top 2 or 3 in OPS from last year.
Parkerson was impressive, a second-team All-District selection, hit .295 a year ago. Signed to play at North Central Texas College yesterday. And
How about
a 1-0 count.
you got his OPS on your cheat sheet?
No, Trey Bell has it.
No.
You didn't memorize all the OPSs from the
memorize.
2025 season?
No, I'm sorry about that.
First and second. Here with 2 outs, but he hit just shy of 300 a year ago.
I'll tell you what, though, I'll find it.
First and second here with 2 outs. And tries to break one down into the zone, misfires as well. So 6 straight outside the zone for Parks Belknap. After retiring the first 2, it was a 2-out single to center. And then a 4-pitch walk to Jaxon Casselberry. And he takes a peek over at James at second. But a 2-0 count. 6 consecutive balls by the right-hander, who digs into Parkerson, the third baseman, trying to come through.
Oh, we got
another check. James was off and running, but he slides and the ball becomes dislodged at third by Will McGinnis. And James gets into third. Runners on the corners now, here with 2 down. Two balls, no strikes. Consecutive checks at second ultimately pays off for James with the speed you mentioned. And he's able to take third, sliding in.
27 RBI Parkerson had from last year. Well,
And And a chance for his first RBI here, standing 90 feet away. Brilen James at third base. But 7 consecutive balls warrants a mound visit. So the first 2 retired. He strikes out Grady Emerson after getting the ground ball from Griffin Carney, 2 of the toughest hitters to face in the lineup. However, James, he works a single to center field. Casselberry watches 4 straight outside the zone, and now 3 straight balls to Jake Parkerson with runners on the corners and a mound visit.
You know, if the coach tells you, and I don't know if the coach did or not, but if the coach tells you to be careful with a guy and don't give him anything to hit because you're afraid he's a potential jacket with 2 outs, it's hard to get back on track. I mean, you were a pitcher in college, Will. Isn't it hard to, if you're working around somebody and you're not really going to throw him a strike, to get back into the zone on the very next hitter? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I mean, throwing strikes is just difficult as it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
It's hard to work into the zone, especially through the meat of this lineup, and that definitely plays a role, the hitter that you're facing. And the fear, perhaps, that goes into the mind of a pitcher. You can't pitch like that, but inevitably you know what the other hitter can do, and it can cause a challenge. First and third, and a check again by Belknap after the visit. Again, he's fired 7 consecutive balls, trying to avoid back-to-back walks.
Yeah, and they're definitely taking here.
That's right down Main Street. 3 balls and a strike now. So gets back into the zone. Three-one count, runner is off. It's called for a strike, but advancing is Casselberry, so now 2 in scoring position. Here for Parkerson, who was just shy of 30 runs driven in a year ago. He has a couple out there now, trying to come through with 2 outs. Belknap comes set, kicks and deals.
Oh, that's a
That
rip
one's
right there.
driven towards center field. Back on it is Bassick. He's under it to make the catch. So 2 stranded for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first. No score after an inning. It's Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio.
They call it the big time.
Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Trey Bell, Will Connerly, happy you're with us. Getting a good glance at the southpaw.
That's a great shot of the
It
pitcher.
is Greg Smeds.
Thank you so much.
Deep apologies for messing his name
Oh, what a great
up.
pitch.
In the top of the first inning, solid pitch there, and it's called for a strike. Jack Carpenter.
I'll do a better job, Will. I know I got to let you do the play-by-play and not interrupt you.
We'll appreciate that vow. We'll see how it plays out. Fouled away. We're all just opening day, trying to learn here at the Matt Clark Classic. Liberty Christian School, 4 games over the next 3 days, so a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. Oh, there's a rip.
That's a single to left field. And digging out to first to lead things off here in the second inning, it's Jack Carpenter, the right fielder, who gets to first base on the leadoff single to begin the second inning.
So here's a great point that I want to make here, Will. That guy ripped the ball to left field, but the left fielder had no problem getting to that because it wasn't torched down the line. And you'll notice the right fielder and left fielder play way off the line for the Cardinals, and that is some of the learning that Coach Greer took from the pros, and he's implementing it here at Fort Worth Christian, and that is you got a higher probability. You got a higher probability of being success if you can keep those balls from going through the gap for doubles, and kind of concede if somebody torches it down one line or the other.
I mean, it's great wisdom, and what a opportunity you have to learn from a guy who not only played about a decade in the bigs, but a Texas Rangers Hall of Famer, and so great wisdom that you learn in the fundamentals of the game defensively for sure, but guy hits 300 as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got a great philosophy on defense. But anyway, if you draw a line between first base, second base, and where that left fielder's playing, that's the line. And if you draw the line from third base to second base to the right field, that's where the right fielder's playing. So the whole concept is take away the alley, concede the line.
Grounded to Emerson. He goes to second, looking to turn it, and they do. 6-4-3 double play, and a nice turn up the middle as Emerson flipped it off to Carney, and that too with really nice defense, as you were just talking about, Trey.
Fantastic job right there. It was smooth as silk, and that's the kind of defense we're going to see all year.
So Emerson to Carney to Andujar on the 6-4-3 double play as Cloud, the designated hitter, who earlier in the at-bat was thinking about sacrificing the at-bat to advance the runner, instead rolls over up the middle, and the double play is turned, so 2 outs, nobody on. Here for Stephen Kalani, the first baseman.
I would assume that we're going to play on a lot of fields that have this turf infield. This is a combo field, right? Turf infield and then the grass in the outfield.
Kalani, first baseman, a ball and a strike. As Greg Smeds delivers, it's slow, and at 2 balls and a strike the count.
Back to the comment about this combo field. You know, I'm a purist on baseball. I love to just see the dirt. I love to see the dirt. Love to see a well-manicured infield. You know, for instance, over at Grapevine, the way they have that field maintained. But you cannot argue with the fact that these turf infields in March, when the rains come, are going to keep a lot of games from getting rained out at these different locations. Outfields usually drain pretty well. Infields and going into the bases, that's what causes the rainouts.
So a free pass issued by Smeds. He worked around a 1-out walk in the first and retired the next 2. A 2-out walk issued here extends the inning. Cam Carpio, the backstop for Bishop Lynch, hitting with 2 outs. Early on in the season opener for Fort Worth Christian here this evening. Each team with a base hit so far. This is inside.
Wow, I didn't see that. I wasn't watching it on the monitor. It couldn't have been that far inside, was it, Will? I mean, umpire called it a ball, so.
A ball and a strike, the count. Outside, tailing away. Carpio watches it. Fort Worth Christian was able to get 2 runners aboard. They had runners in scoring position, but a fly out to center ended the threat. And that's above the strike zone to the catcher, Cam Carpio. 3 balls and a strike, the count here with 2 outs. Hayes Bonds, the left fielder, waiting on deck, the 9th place hitter in the order for Coach McFadden at Bishop Lynch. Smeds takes a check at first, and Kalani back in time. In there for a strike, runs the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs.
Absolutely no argument from the batter on that one.
Kalani.
He knew it was right there, didn't he?
Kalani, the runner at first. He'll get a head start here.
Yeah, if he doesn't get a throw over.
3-2, swing and a miss. Smeds with the punch out to end the second. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2 as the Cardinals come back to the plate on Tradio. Cardinal Baseball live on Tradio. Bottom of the second, Hank Austin to lead things off for Fort Worth Christian here in the bottom of the second inning. The senior catcher trying to start things off here in the bottom of the second for the Cardinals.
Pitcher warming up.
And early on in the season, Trey, Belknap starts his second inning of work. One thing to watch, certainly, Coach Greer mentioned it, at least from his side, from the perspective of Greg Smeds, is early on you're not going to see pitchers go the full distance, and you're really going to be keeping a closer eye and monitor on the pitch counts early on in the season, because February baseball, you haven't had the opportunity to stretch things out. So, and just with the fact of playing 4 games in 3 days, you're going to work your bullpen for sure. And so,
well, you know,
that'll be a fact.
These guys were slated to have a game this past Tuesday against Prestonwood, another team with significant lineup, and that would have been a fantastic battle. but they couldn't do it because they lost a whole week due to snow
Ice
and
last
ice.
week. Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. Everybody
and so,
did.
And so the entire developmental prep, the entire, February or January, I should say, got blown away, right? Because all the progress that you made went in reverse when you lost that entire week, unless some guys were doing some stuff at home. I'm sure that they could have done.
And just early on in the season in general, as the 3-1 is grounded to third, gathered by McGinnis on to first in time, and Austin is retired. So Belknap settled in that first inning. He had a stretch of 7 consecutive balls, but after a mound visit, he was able to battle back and end up getting Parkerson to fly out to center field despite 2 runners in scoring position. Then he comes back to begin the second, getting the ground ball on the left side as Blayne MacDonald comes up to the plate for Fort Worth Christian.
Well, that gives you a lot of confidence as a pitcher on the hill. I never pitched in any of my baseball playing days, but I did do a lot of umpiring, and I can tell you if somebody works out of a jam like that, you got to touch them. You got to get to them. You got to put a run across in a situation like that. And if you don't, it just buoys that guy's confidence. It just bumps it right up.
MacDonald with a 1-ball-1-strike count. The designated hitter played at Keller a year ago and watches for a strike, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball, and it was a good one from Parks Belknap as he retires MacDonald, his second strikeout. Both have been of the swinging variety.
Well, and you gotta look at the situation. Both of them were 1-2 counts, if I recall correctly, and he threw his hook. He threw his hook to a right-hander, and he threw it to a left-hander as well. So he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch when he gets ahead, and that's what you got to put in your. That's what you got to put in your brain, and you got to defend against that, and you got to foul off the fastball. And
it can be really devastating too with a right-hander on right-hander when he's working up in the zone, up and in, and then it breaks away, being long and lengthy as well, like Belknap is. That ball is roped to center, and that is a solid single for Antonio Andujar, a 2-out single, the second hit today for the Cardinals, and it's a 2-out knock that extends the inning.
I'm glad you didn't say Andujar. I would have actually had a real problem with you, Will.
No, I think you're done correcting me on the names this evening. We'll see. There are some tough ones actually for Bishop Lynch on the bench.
You're winning.
Working with their coaching staff before the game to try to figure that out was a challenge. But it'd be hard to live that one down. Opening day, starting pitcher, the ace of the squad, and you think you have it right.
That's all right, Will.
We all strike out sometimes.
From this point in time, I'm not ever going to bring it up.
We'll see. That's called for a strike. 0-2 count, trying to battle.
Wait, I want to put a caveat
Andrew
on that.
Ridgel, the left fielder.
I'm not going to bring it up in any broadcast setting.
All right. We'll appreciate the fans bearing with us during that time. But diving back to first, and we should say, in all reality and seriousness, I mean, Greg Smeds throwing the ball well. Right now he's worked around a couple of walks, had that double play turned last inning, and a pair of scoreless frames thus far for the lefty. Trying to gather some support for him now. And that's strike 3. Dropped for the moment by Carpio, but he throws it on to first in time. And a pair of punch-outs in the second for Parks Belknap, and we're through to no score. Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio alongside Trey Bell. I'm Will Connerly. Happy you're taking time out of your evening to join us. Cardinal Baseball Live, edition number 1, happening this evening here on opening day. Share the link, get it out, and subscribe to Tradio to tune into all the broadcasts throughout the season here for Fort Worth Christian Baseball. They'll all be right here on Tradio, so thanks for being with us for the first one. But to get involved with the action, you just share the link, and we all get to enjoy Fort Worth Christian Baseball as Greg Smeds out for his third inning of work. A pair of scoreless frames thus far, and he fires it in for a strike. Facing 9-1-2 in the order here for Bishop Lynch, and Hayes Bonds hitting with a 1-1 count after he watches that one for a strike.
Great pitch right there. Will painted it right across the front knee of that right-handed hitter.
The 1-2 fought off by Hayes Bonds. You're right, though, a really solid pitch on 1-1. To steal that strike, Hank Austin. What a good job to frame it. And there, it's a strikeout. Another one, back-to-back strikeouts. He punched out the final hitter in the second. Starts the third off the same way. A swinging punch-out, the third of the evening for the lefty. Back to the top of the order, and it's taken for a ball. Jake Bassick, the center fielder, popped out in foul territory. The first baseman, Antonio Andujar, was able to grab it. And a 1-0 count. That's upstairs as well. Smeds, 6'2", 180 lefty. Again, 63 1/3 a year ago. An ERA at 2.42.
I thought I said 2.54. I maybe messed up on that.
Misses upstairs, a 3-0 count here to Jake Bassick. He was a first-team All-District selection, honorable mention All-State, pitcher of the year for Fort Worth Christian baseball team and their awards. Trey had 48 strikeouts in 63 2/3. He's got 3 punch-outs so far this evening through 2 1/3. And he gets back in the zone after it went to 3-0, and that is fouled down the left field line by Bassick. Makes it a full count, so from 3-0 to 3-2. To the leadoff man for Bishop Lynch. That's driven to right field, and
oh my gosh.
What a phenomenal play made by Jaxon Casselberry as he dives to make the grab. Bassick standing at second. They think it was perhaps down.
They're going to need to call timeout and talk about it. Here's what happened. Let's see if we got a replay. What do you got, Tim? Roll it back.
And so Bassick standing on second now. Looks like
he got it. He got it, Will. He got it.
Wow. What a phenomenal grab. It was tough to see, certainly from our angle on the first base side. Being a little bit screened even by the umpire in that shot, but you did see the evidence there. Bassick with a good piece on that one to right field on a 3-2 count going the other way, but Casselberry.
So let me tell you what happens here. The guy from first base, the umpire from first base, on a hit like that.
They confirm it. He's out.
Yep. Listen, on a hit like that, the guy from first base is coming in behind the runner when he rounds first.
Right. Trailing.
He's trailing because he's got to pick up the throw at second. So that's actually going to be the home plate umpire's call. He's got to come out in front, and he's the one that watches for that catch. The only problem is it's a dark night. That's an interesting lighting out there, and it's tough to pick it up.
I know a lot of Cardinal fans were excited about Casselberry and the power he has as the cleanup man in this order, as that's popped up on the infield. Andujar's there. He comes up the first base line to gather it, and a smooth sailing third for Greg Smeds. We move on here on Tradio.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got them in your sights.
No score as we move on to the bottom of the third inning.
Well, what is very impressive on our replay, we saw the catch, but what was shielding the catch, or shielding some of the view on the replay, was the home plate umpire was out in front looking at the play, and he saw it happen. He's just waiting for the guy in the field to ask him.
It was a great catch there last
Fantastic
inning,
catch.
out and right,
Absolutely.
diving play, phenomenal grab by Jaxon Casselberry. Now the top of the order up here for the Cardinals here to begin this bottom of the third. Griffin Carney ground out to the right side last time up.
Oh,
And he smokes this to center, but Bassick makes a diving play as well. The outfielders flashing the leather here in this season opener for Fort Worth Christian.
Nothing you do on that one, Will. You go back to the dugout and you think, I did everything I could.
He smoked it.
He did. He smoked it. But you know what? For every one of those, you got one that goes off the inside of the handle just over the third baseman's head. So.
Now Grady Emerson up for a second time. Struck out swinging in his first opportunity. And he takes for a strike.
You found some information on the pitcher, Will?
Yeah, Bishop Lynch, 6'5", 175, right-hander, just 16 years and 3 months old, on the hill now, class of 2028 for Parks Belknap.
Wow.
He's throwing the ball well here this evening. He struck out Emerson in his first time up and now has him in an 0-2 count right now in this righty-lefty matchup, the matchup against the young right-hander against the senior. And the 0-2. Breaking ball misfires. And it's a 1-2 count here to Grady Emerson.
That was a hard slider, wasn't it? Stayed up a little.
He's got a really good breaking ball he's showcased this evening. He goes back to it, and Emerson fouls it away.
So what count was it?
Ball and 2 strikes.
And what'd he throw? He threw the hook again.
Went back to the breaking
Yes,
ball.
he threw that back knee pitch to number 2, but Emerson was ready for it this time.
Emerson, a really tough guy to punch out. Did go down on strikes in the first. Right here he makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 gone in the 3rd inning. Coming over from Argyle where he was just, the accolades and...
Yep. Look where the left fielder's playing, Will. He's playing in really left center.
Yes,
He's
very
shifted
much
over.
to
They're
pull.
giving the line. They're giving the line to Grady.
Takes it there to work the count full. Three balls and 2 strikes here to the standout shortstop, Grady Emerson.
I'm betting on a hook right here, Will. Nope.
Up and out, ball 4. Emerson drawing the free pass. I know you had a chance to see him play a little bit at Argyle, and one thing, of course, known for being one of the top players in the country, but being such a tough out, he battles back there. A 2-strike count, works it full, and draws the free pass to extend the inning here to Brilen James, who singled in his first time at the plate.
He didn't just single, Will. He torched the ball right up the middle, didn't he? Line drive, good contact, and every ball that's been in play by the Cardinals has been hit solidly.
And he reached third base in that first inning. Was caught between second and third, we thought, for the moment on a check. He took third, diving in. That speed, he'll hope to showcase if he can get back on the base paths. So Emerson, the runner at first. A 1-0 count after that misfires low with 1 out. An opportunity here for the Cardinals, hard to the order up, and a runner on the base paths at half speed in Emerson.
Well, what they did defensively is it looks like they've pulled the center fielder in a bit, Will, and they're shading him slightly. Now they have him moved over a little bit more toward right field to cut down the gap. There still is a big gap between the right fielder and center fielder there. I don't understand, a little bit different concept on the alignment, I think.
Another check on Emerson. He's back in time. No score. Pitchers duel, at least to begin the season for Fort Worth Christian, between the young right-hander on the hill now, Parp Spellnap, and Greg Smeds as well for Fort Worth Christian, who's put up 3 zeros on the scoreboard. His best inning was last inning in the third.
So I got to tell you, Will, with 26 stolen bases last year, look how the third baseman was playing off the line down there. I mean, with a lefty, be an interesting play to put on.
Emerson is off. It's on to second. Throw goes beyond the shortstop and Schroeder. Herman was there to back it up, but Emerson takes second base just as Trey Bell was analyzing what was going to happen with the speed of Emerson.
Well, now I think on a 2-0 count, he's probably going to let him hit, but on a 2-1 count, he might be bunting to third. I would actually. Who knows?
Who knows with your 3-hole?
Yeah,
James
true.
Did torch it last time. I do see what you're saying, though. Runs have been harder to come by, but you're already in scoring position with a fast guy like that.
That's right. That's right.
But I did feel what you're trying to say, for sure. 3-0 count now, though. You certainly have the base open, but Casselberry waiting on deck. He walked last time up on 4 straight above the strike zone. They seem to be pretty careful with him.
Ooh.
That hits off the end of the bat. And there you go, 3-0, green light.
Yeah, I think he might have a discussion with him about hitting that breaking pitch on 3-0, unless he was sitting back waiting on it, you know.
3-1 now. Here to Brilen James. Singled in the first inning with a hard hit ball to center field, but was stranded at third base in that first frame. Emerson in scoring position, trying to score the game's first run. Belknap with a check, no throw.
Man, these kids, they're all so big. Well, I mean, I would not have made the verticality test in high school. As you can see, I'm up to your shoulder, right, Will? So it's amazing to me how big the dudes are. And they're all dogs. I mean, they're all big frames. They've been in the weight room. You could tell got some quads working.
And the program, I mean, we've talked a lot about, and we will continue to all year, about Rusty Greer's program, but Justin McFadden has built a phenomenal program as well for Bishop Lynch.
Well, this is a 0-0 game against what we feel like is maybe one of the best rosters in the state.
Certainly. But both programs, just game aside, you knew it was going to be a phenomenal matchup. Beginning the season, a lot of variables in that regard. But 3 balls and a strike, the count here with 1 out. Emerson at second. James. It takes for a strike. The count full now.
How about that? 3-1, runner on second base, and the pitcher drops a deuce. The 16-year-old just comes in and says, hey, I got this.
He has confidence in that breaking ball. We've seen it when he's been ahead in the count a lot, but working from behind. And he even did it 3-0 when you saw the green light. 3-2. And he looks back at Emerson. Opportunity. Fort Worth Christian trying to jump out in front. As Belknap with the payoff pitch. Emerson off to third, and that's ball 4. Runners on the corners with 1 out for the cleanup man, Jaxon Casselberry.
Wow. Well, this is what you want to happen when you bring your number 4 hitter up.
So Casselberry walked on 4 straight last time out in the first inning in his first at-bat. Now with 2 on the base paths, and it misfires upstairs. He, like Emerson, who's on third base right now, came over from Argyle. He had well above 400 there. Very impressive.
Well, the pitcher used a slide step right there. They thought that guy was going to go from first, and he didn't take his normal stride, and I wonder if that affected his delivery.
He checks on the runners, on the corners.
You see his comfortable motion is lifting that leg up about 8-9 inches. And then on that previous pitch, he just stepped about 2.
Being cautious, now he goes with the kick and misses low, and that is one thing. You're trying to keep the runners close. You don't want an extra man in scoring position, especially when you consider the fact that it's James who's got that speed at first base, and you want to take that extra 90 feet to have 2 in scoring position for your cleanup man. It's a 2-0 count now.
He's got a bigger lead at first base. 2-0 count.
That's grounded right side.
Got to get down.
Herman off to second, on to first, but not in time. And Casselberry reaches on the fielder's choice. Emerson scores, and the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead.
That guy hurt his knee, Will. Oh my gosh. That play at first base, that's not pretty.
Stephen Kalani shaken up at first base, the first baseman for Bishop Lynch. In a tough sequence on what was a ground ball to the right side on a 2-0 count.
Yeah.
And now Stephen Kalani, the first baseman for Bishop Lynch being tended to in a tough sequence in a setting where Fort Worth Christian plates the first run of the game. You just hate to see it come in a situation like this when it's coming at the expense of a player being shaken up in Stephen Kalani.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the way he bent his knee, his foot got caught in the turf, and he came down awkwardly with his weight on the foot that you step instead of stepping.
Yeah, I got a good view of that.
Yeah.
They look pretty good.
No, we were discussing whether or not to show a replay of it, but probably not. Here's what it looked like happened to me. He's got his foot that he was going to step out to step forward to shorten the distance that the ball had to travel. But when he went to step, his foot got hung up in the turf. Okay, and he wasn't able to take the full step, and so his weight came down awkwardly, and he actually put some weird torque on that knee that was out there, and I think that's what happened. Now, I don't know if he hyperextended it or if he did something differently. Oh, we got two guys that want to get on. We got a couple of guys that want to get on the picture. No, you're not hamming it up. All right, so yeah, okay. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. They're gonna wait. Let's ask our producer if he's got the interview with Coach Greer. Have you got the interview with Coach Greer? We do.
So if you're just joining us,
yep.
1-0 score. That first run just was scored by Grady Emerson on a fielder's choice. It was a ground ball hit by Casselberry. They got the lead runner in James out at second for the second out of the inning. However, on the throw to first, the first baseman for Bishop Lynch, Stephen Kalani, unfortunately got banged up. Knee caught in the turf is what it looked like, or foot caught in the turf, which certainly did look like it caused an injury to his knee, and he's still on the turf right now being tended to by the training staff for Bishop Lynch. So certainly hoping that he is okay, sending our thoughts to Stephen Kalani, hoping that he will be all right. But a tough sequence in the midst of a scoreless game where the game's first run is scored for Fort Worth Christian. No matter who you're cheering for, you just hate to see that,
yeah,
Trey.
so
and now the fans, with a sign of respect.
He's up.
He is, but not putting any weight
Not at all.
on that right leg as he's being helped off. So just a tough sequence, Trey. You hate to see that.
I got it.
And a sequence where Casselberry grounded the ball to the right side, and Kalani has to exit the game.
He's gone.
Tell you what, Will, I've got to go get some peanut M&Ms. Do you like peanut M&Ms?
No, sir.
Okay, what about regular M&Ms?
No, sir. None of them.
No chocolate, man?
No chocolate.
Okay, never mind. Well, what do you want from
That's
the
one way to
concession stand?
transition
That's right.
from an injury that
That's right.
Wow.
What do you want from the concession stand, Will?
I'm all good. I appreciate it.
They got a
though.
new first baseman out there. What did happen there is Casselberry beat the ball for sure down to first base. So we do have 2 outs. We do. Yeah, we have 2 outs in the inning, and there's a runner on first base, and they got the new first baseman taking some throws.
One nothing is the score. But stoppage right now in play because the first baseman for Bishop Lynch, Stephen Kalani, had to exit the game. He was shaken up after going to try to stretch for the ball. I mean, when we try to break down and describe the play, I know we're not going to show the replay, but just so the fans know.
Well, he's got a replay.
Ball.
He's jonesing to play the replay. I mean, he's got it over there. We just kind of debate. We're kind of debating on
that
whether
or not.
to show
I'm just
it.
saying we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Ground ball, double play situation that could have ended the inning, right? Casselberry beats it out. It wasn't too close of a play.
Close, no.
However, that was the thinking. They tried to turn up the middle, but on the way to first, it looked like his foot got caught, perhaps, in the turf.
Yes, it looked like.
From your vantage point, is that what you saw?
Yes, the stride foot, where you stride, got off. He got off balance. Something happened strange with his footwork, and he just went down on his knee. The weight went down on his leg awkwardly and twisted his knee, and then next thing you know, the knee was caught up under him, and it wasn't a good sight, actually.
Wasn't at all. So the new first baseman into the game, Joey Sepulveda, now at first base, as it was a lengthy pause in the action with Jake Parkerson now at the plate, Casselberry at first, and the man on the hill, the young right-hander Parks Belknap, who will stand out. He's also their cleanup man, but trying to work around what was just the first run of the game, scored by Emerson on a fielder's choice, and second base taken on immediately after we resumed to action.
There you go. The baseball mind, everything's been turned off for 10 minutes, and as soon as you come back, you put pressure on the defense and swipe it back.
Parkerson, a swing and a miss. That breaking ball landing in the zone. He has got most of his swings and misses tonight on the breaking ball, two right-handed hitters, and he goes there when he was yet again behind in the count, albeit just a 1-0 count. Now it's even at a ball and a strike with Casselberry standing at second. Another swing and a miss.
Let's go, build up!
One ball, two strikes here in the bottom of the third inning. Cardinals up by a run. Belknap takes a peek at second, and Casselberry getting back in time with no throw as Parkerson waits. Decently struck ball to end the first inning with a couple runners on in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Another check.
Yeah, see, what's interesting, I don't know where that came from. What's interesting to me right here, Will, is that runner at second base, he could squeeze more because the second baseman is he got him.
That does end the frame. Belknap with the strikeout. He's got 4 of them. Fort Worth Christian has the lead as we continue here on Tradio.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
New arm into the game, Fred Hall, the senior right-hander, as we begin this fourth inning. And the first offering from the righty, Fred Hall, misfires for a ball. So Gregory Smeds, the senior lefty, going 3 innings and doesn't surrender a run. Solid opening outing for him, as that's just softly tapped out to left by the 3-hole, Will McGinnis, and he gets aboard with a single. So Fred Hall comes in relief for the Cardinals. First man getting aboard via the single by Will McGinnis to left field, and that brings up Parks Belknap trying to help out his own cause. He's tossed 3 innings so far on the mound, has allowed 1 run. It came on a fielder's choice. Last half inning, now squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Check down at first, and being gunned down at first. What a heads-up play by Hank Austin. He pops it down to first. The tag is applied. Andujar puts it on, and just like that, McGinnis off the base paths.
Okay, yeah. Do we have a replay of that pick?
Parks Belknap no longer going to square around a bunt, but what a heads-up play they made by Hank Austin. Obviously tough situation. You're squaring around a bunt, but caught in the middle was McGinnis. Now Fred Hall can go back to the wind, but misses high. 2-0 count. Or 3-0 count, excuse me.
Yeah.
Here to Belknap. Flew out to right field in his first at-bat. That's a 4-pitch walk to Belknap. So the first 2 getting aboard against the man out of the bullpen, Fred Hall. But 1 out, 1 aboard. Belknap going to have the courtesy being the pitcher.
Base runners are a commodity in this game, Will. Very, very, very disappointing for Coach McFadden, I guess, for Bishop Lynch. Get that runner over at first base, and then he it must have been a bunting run
Yes.
in that guy's mind, I guess.
He was squaring around, but pulled back with it being a ball, and a heads-up play made by Austin.
No hesitation. He came up and rifled it down to first base. It was picked clean. Guy probably had a better chance if he just turned and took off to second base.
Yeah, Hank Austin certainly showcased he put it right on the money to Andujar as well. Not a throw that you have to make often as a catcher, but it can really count when you do things like that. The Sol Ross State Pledge did just that, as the breaking ball misfires, and so it's Fred Hall who's trying to search for some command in his first inning of relief, as the Cardinals lead 1-0 here in their season opener. Hall looks in after taking a look at first base. He fires, and it's in for a strike. The 2-1. Carpenter grounded to third and unable to pick the backhand was Parkerson, and that will allow Carpenter to reach for the second time this evening. That puts runners on first and second with one out. Now here for Charlie Cloud, the designated hitter.
Yeah.
Looking to make the backhand there. Parkerson slipped after the fact, likely going down as an E5 in the scorebook. Either way, though, Trey, runners on first and second. And now Fred Hall, coming out of the bullpen, will try to bear down, aiming to protect a 1-0 lead, but the tying run now in scoring position, the go-ahead run on the base pass. Mind you, the inning started with McGinnis getting aboard via the single to left, however, was cut off the base paths on a throw down to first by Austin after Belknap was trying to put down a bunt. Hall missing upstairs. So a tightly contested contest on opening night for the Cardinals. 56 degrees here in Argyle, Texas. A part of the Matt Clark Classic, where the Cardinals will play 4 games over the next 3 days, all here on Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. But a 2-0 count right now to the designated hitter, Charlie Cloud. He grounded into that 6-4-3 double play. The turn started by Emerson back in the second inning. The 2-0 in for a strike, and a big strike right there, trying to avoid the 3-0 count. The 2-1, that's grounded towards second, stepping on second and on to first. The pick is made in time. Griffin Carney turns it, and the Cardinals get out of the inning. The second time they've turned 2 on the infield.
I wonder if we got a replay on that one.
Here it is to end the bottom of, or send us to the bottom of the fourth. Griffin Carney flashing the leather.
That's a great job. He's on the back. He's on the back. He's on the back.
Antonio Andujar with the pick to finish off the inning.
Yeah. Oh no! Here, look. You need.
So it's ruled that Andujar did not stay on the bag tray after review. We've had a couple of close plays made in the field tonight. Jaxon Casselberry earlier made an outstanding catch in right. Waited a second and they ruled it as an out. But this play, as we're getting another glance at it, that was the question there.
No, he's not on the. He's not even across the bag. The guy's saying he was off the bag. Look right there. He's got his front part of his foot on the bag.
But he did come off, but your point is he came back on.
No, I'm saying he's on right there. See the bottom of his
It's a tough angle right there, though.
Yeah, that's all right.
In between first and home plate umpire
anyway,
has the call.
That's good camera work right there. That's pretty close.
But it goes in the way. Massive call in this game. We thought perhaps a 4-3 inning-ending double play would have been the second turn of a ground ball double play of the evening for Fort Worth Christian, but instead it's Charlie Cloud who gets aboard on the fielder's choice. It's been Fred Hall. Will now try to work out a runners on the corners here with 2 outs.
There we go.
And the first one misses high. This was the spot of first baseman Stephen Kalani, but he had to exit the game, and now Joey Sepulveda, who came in at first base, hitting for him in a big spot. Tying run 90 feet away.
Great job on those names, too, by the way.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I know I've struggled a time or two in that category this evening.
I didn't say a word. I just said, I'm trying to give you a
Apologies
compliment.
to Gregory Smeds, who threw 3 scoreless frames tonight. 2-0 count here with 2 down and 2 on. Runners on the corners. That ball hit toward left field. It's down. This ball game's tied. Coming across and scoring.
Yeah, that's an interesting play when your shortstop has a gun. He takes the cut and he turns and wheels it to first base, and it's close on the guy that's rounding the bag. You know what I mean? Not to get the force out, but to try to get him making a turn.
So brand new ball game we have on our hands. An RBI single with 2 outs, and a consequential overturning of the call. What initially we thought was an inning-ending double play comes back to be ruled as it wasn't completed. That is spiked. And Austin throwing over to first, and it's an overthrow. Bishop Lynch trying to take advantage of it, and they do, advancing to second and third. So a tough sequence right there. As now 2 are in scoring position in a 1-1 ball game here in the 4th inning. One-0 count here with 2 outs, runners on second and third. The ball game time. Fred Hall, the right-hander, comes set. He kicks and delivers.
Oh, good pitch.
In for a strike.
Threw a little deuce right there. Came in high and dropped right into the zone. By the way, I looked at the peanut M&Ms, but I got more satisfaction in turning away and not buying them. Just so
Good
you
job.
know.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
A ball and a strike.
I'm not gonna,
misses up.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. I thought about it. I thought about it a lot.
Understood. Cam Carpio, the catcher for Bishop Lynch, at the plate now with a 2-1 count. And he fouls it away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 aboard.
Fred put some mustard on that one, Will. Little giddy out.
We'll see if he can't do it again. With 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch awaiting. Hall kicks, delivers. It's popped up.
That might stay in. That's going to come back. It's going to come
Austin
back.
chasing for it, but he cannot corral it. Diving just in front of the Bishop Lynch dugout.
So, you know, that's a real tough play when you're a catcher, Will. You actually have to turn around close. You have to turn around and play it with your backside to the infield, because that ball is going to do strange things. It's going to come back to you with the spin. I bet he buries it on the outside in the dirt.
Carpio wants some more time to think about it. Kind of like Trey Bell had to think about his decision at the concessions. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch awaits. Hall delivers. That's roped to left field. It's through. 1 run comes across to score, and Bishop Lynch takes a 2-1 lead on a 2-out single to left field by Cam Carpio.
Big time baseball here at Liberty Christian, home of the Warriors. Bishop Lynch Friars, Fort Worth Christian Cardinals. Critical play at first base. Critical play at first
Really
base.
critical.
Really could have gone either way, I think. We showed on the replay. It could have gone either way.
We did.
And the umpires, the umpire, the home plate umpire probably had a great view. The base umpire went and talked to him about it. They changed the call, took their time.
And the 8th hitter in the order for Bishop Lynch, Cam Carpio, who struck out swinging to end the 2nd inning, hitting with 2 strikes, ultimately knocks it to left with a couple runners aboard and gives his team a 2-1 lead, the catcher for the Friars, and puts them ahead by a run. So a new arm into the ball game, Ben Rodriguez, the right-hander, being called upon in relief. He'll be asked to get the final out here in the 4th. In the top half of the 4th inning in a 2-1 ball game here in the season opener for Fort Worth Christian. Recognizing the workhorse that you have to begin the game in Gregory Smeds. He goes 3 scoreless. You understand early on in the season.
Look at this guy. He's a submariner. Watch this. Sorry, Will. I didn't mean to cut you off, but watch this.
Ben Rodriguez completing his warm-up tosses now in progress. And he'll try to get out of this tough situation. But Bishop Lynch certainly taking advantage of the reversed call at first base on a Charlie Cloud ground ball. He reaches on the fielder's choice. And 2 runs on the board here in the top of the 4th to take the lead for Bishop Lynch.
We've had a little bit of everything in this game.
Great defensive plays, some really hard hit balls to the outfield, some phenomenal strikeouts by both starting pitchers on breaking balls.
Great pitching, great defense, stoppage for various reasons.
Yes, that's
what
true.
we haven't
couple reviews in the game, or not replay reviews,
umpire
but you catch
discussions.
Umpire discussions.
Yeah,
some good base running, a couple stolen bases.
Absolutely.
A catcher throwing a guy out early in the 4th. So there has been some solid stuff.
We haven't seen any tanks.
No tanks yet.
Yeah.
We did see a couple in the first game of the Matt Clark Classic.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what team it was, but that left-hander pummeled the baseball out of the right field. And then they had a right-hander do the same to a baseball over the state champion's son.
So Ben Rodriguez being called upon out of the bullpen for the Cardinals. The senior right-hander looking to get out of a little jam here with runners on the corners, 2 already across. Fort Worth Christian entered this frame with a 1-0 lead, but the Friars have put 2 on the board here. And a softly tapped ground ball up the first base line. Rodriguez touches it in foul territory, and it's an 0-1 count.
you know, this sneaky quick, this pitcher's sneaky quick, it's going to get on the right-hander pretty fast when he steps and he comes across like that. And you could see it in that swing right there. That ball was kind of almost in the catcher's glove when he made contact.
Fouled away, 0-2 the count here to Hayes Bonds, the right-handed hitting left fielder and 9th place hitter in the order. Cam Carpio, the catcher, who just had the go-ahead RBI single.
No way he sees that same pitch. Let's see what happens here.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Ben Rodriguez comes in. He only needs 3 pitches to strand 2, but the Cardinals have work to do. They're down by a run here on Tradio. We're back with you here in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 2-1 score alongside Trey Bell. I'm Will Connerly. Happy you're with us here on Tradio. Hank Austin leading things off in a swing and a miss. The catcher grounded out to third to begin the 2nd. He's 0 for 1 here in this season opener for Fort Worth Christian. Down by a run now after surrendering 2. Last half inning, taking that one low. It's a ball and a strike. Parks Belknap beginning his 4th inning of work, Trey. The young 6'5" right-hander.
He's been great.
He fouls it away. He has been effective.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And taken, the count even. And the 2-2 here to Hank Austin. He takes that low and outside to run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Austin is trying to get things started for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Belknap beginning inning number 4. And the sophomore misses high. Austin watches it and draws a free pass. The senior catcher will take first base, just what Fort Worth Christian was hoping for. They took the lead last time they were at the plate on a very unique inning in a situation where you saw one of Bishop Lynch's players, their first baseman, Stephen Galani, have to exit the game. They scored on a fielder's choice, and then on what was eventually ruled a fielder's choice on what we thought perhaps was an inning-ending double play. And Bishop Lynch went on to score 2 runs in the frame, leading by a run. But here to begin the bottom of the 4th, Hank Austin drawing a free pass after he worked the count full. Here's Blayne MacDonald. And he takes low and outside. There is some action in the bullpen for Bishop Lynch. And a visit as well, perhaps to allow more time for the bullpen to get hot. With Belknap now working into his 4th inning, facing this bottom half of the order for the 2nd time.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the situation. Will, you're the home team. Are you going to play for the tie here? Is this a bunt in order kind of thing, or is it? It looks like you might have some wheels at first base. Could be a hit and run type situation. 1 ball, no strikes. Great hit and run pitch. But with nobody out, I don't know. Every option's on the table for coach. Look at the gap in right center. Is it just me? Oh,
there it goes to right center, and it's Bassick who dives, but it goes behind him, and the courtesy runner, Jacob Ward, will take 3rd. Caught in between 1st and 3rd was MacDonald, trying to get into a rundown to perhaps allow Ward to try to go across and score, but instead, MacDonald could not prolong the rundown. He does knock it to center and get a runner to 3rd base, but he's out in the process during the rundown as well.
That's a tough break right there, but you could see their alignment. They had the center fielder was shifted either straight away or shaded over toward the 3rd base side, and the right fielder was way over on the word baseball, way over to the side, and there's a huge gap at the time of the pitch, and we were fortunate the baseball found it, right?
It did. Nearly another acrobatic play made in the outfield.
What an
Bassick
incredible effort. Yeah.
Unable to gather it. However, 90 feet away, the tying run, Antonio Andujar at the plate.
Actually, I think he got his glove on it on that dive, didn't he? Yeah.
And it misses upstairs. Getting into the rundown in that situation, you can prolong it. You perhaps think you can maybe score tough sequence, although you did the job in getting the runner from 1st to 3rd. Infield now pinches in with the tying run 90 feet away.
Yeah, and you add about 20 to 30 points on the batter's batting average, maybe more than that when you bring the infield in like this, especially on the turf. Hard ground ball is going to get through somewhere, unless it's right at one of these guys, of course.
Andujar singled last time up.
As they say in the Hunger Games, the odds are in your favor.
1-2 count, though. Not in your favor
Not
there.
in your favor
right?
there, no.
See if he can battle up. He had a single in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. A chance to tie the game here in the 4th. Belknap gets the signals, kicks and deals and misses outside.
The only thing I can say about that rundown, Will, is the only way I could get out of them when I played baseball a long time ago was just to run at the glove. When you're trying to escape it, you run toward the guy's glove that's in front of you and take the shot in the back.
Fouled
there's a point
down
in time
the left field
there's a point
line.
in time where Coach Greer would have made that play.
Made plenty of them. Texas Rangers legend, now coaching for Fort Worth Christian.
Just kind of did no lay on that one, didn't he?
2-2. Popped up.
Okay, that's going to be a tough play because it's a high sky up there.
And it is dropped out in left. Ward sent home. He dives in safely. And the ball game is tied. The freshman, Jacob Ward, the courtesy runner for the catcher, Hank Austin, who began the inning drawing a free pass, comes across to score. And Trey Bell, you nailed it. You said a tough play, and it was too tough for Hayes Bonds to gather that one in left field.
Super steep, above the lights, way up there, above the lights. So for an instant, you actually lose the baseball in the background of the sky. There's no stars, nothing to use as a reference point. So the left fielder was behind the 8 ball as soon as the ball was hit that high.
Andrew Ridgel, he was caught looking on strikes.
Great base running, too, because the guy at the plate is now on second base.
Andujar standing in scoring position, and it misses high. So the go-ahead run in scoring position for Fort Worth Christian. They've knotted the ball game right back up after having a deficit of 2-1. To begin the inning, it started with a Hank Austin free pass. And Jacob Ward coming in to courtesy run. He's able to get from first to third on a ball hit to center field by Blayne MacDonald. He was caught out in the rundown, but then Andujar pops it up to left. Bonds unable to make the catch. Not only does Ward score, but Andujar gets to second here with Ridgel at the plate. Belknap fires it past Ridgel.
Man, that's what you like to see right there. That was just mano-a-mano. That was bring the heat and let's see what I can do.
The elevated fastball getting past the left fielder and 9th place hitter in the order. That one well upstairs. So if Fort Worth Christian in this situation, you flip the lineup card back to the top with the man on deck in Griffin Carney. A position where then you would think, would that be the end of the line for the sophomore right-hander in Parks Belknap? Yeah. Perhaps, well, we're even going to see that now.
Actually,
and mid-at-bat.
He looks like he might have something wrong with his hand. Look at that. Get a zoom in on that if we can. Yeah, he's got a...
So checking out.
He might have a cut on his finger or something.
Chilly night. Below 60 degrees here in Argyle. Perhaps a cut. They're taking a look at his hand.
Yeah.
Looking like he's saying
Blister
he's okay. Rubs off on his pants.
Rub some dirt on it. Oh, there's
no dirt here on the artificial surface. He licked it.
Yeah,
Said we're good to go.
He needs some peanut M&Ms. Yeah.
Andrew Ridgel trying to come through, and he takes upstairs. But back to that conversation, you would think with the action continuing to stir in this inning that the man on deck, Griffin Carney, would probably not get a chance to see Belknap for a third time. You would think we'll see what they opt to do with the action continuing. This is low, and we shall see. You would think with the action stirring, they wouldn't want to see this Cardinals lineup for a third time through, and looks like we are going to have a change, Trey.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I could say here is it looked like, Will, he wasn't, I guess he did mess up on a couple of those pitches. That last one was down, so, you know.
And solid outing. The sophomore comes out and gives his team a chance in the season opener, and the young man, he had a decent outing. He walks off to some congratulations from the crowd on his side for the Friars, but a new arm coming into the ballgame here for Bishop Lynch, and he'll have to face the top of the Fort Worth Christian order, and he'll have to do it in a tough situation, a tie game, and runners on the base paths. Trey, a big situation looming here in the Matt Clark Classic and season opener for Fort Worth Christian.
Yeah, let's see if we can figure out in these warm-ups what kind of pitches we're going to see. And all these guys are tall and lean.
And another young man.
What do you got? Is that your GPT? Are you doing some research with your GPT?
No, I think that's Trey Bell.
You don't have your personal Will Connerly GPT?
Not right now.
Okay. I'm going to make one for you.
It'd be interesting. I don't think GPT has
Gem.
that
I'm going to
much.
make a gem. G-E-M. And Gemini, you make gems. I'm going to do that in the workspace for you.
So it's Peyton Cooper, the right-hander, who is getting loose. And set to come into the ball game.
Did you say he's a junior or a sophomore? What did you say?
Trying to figure that information out for you now. So Peyton Cooper, the new arm into the game. And he faces the top of this Fort Worth Christian order. Griffin Carney up to the plate, who's 0 for 2 this evening.
Oh, look at that.
And he pulls this one toward left, but it's a foul ball. He gave it a ride, but it will just go as a loud strike, as he was out in front of Peyton Cooper's offering. And makes it a 1-1 count, Trey. But that nearly gave the Cardinals the lead if he could straighten that out a little bit. He was early for sure, but 0 for 2 tonight for the second baseman, Griffin Carney. Plenty of speed atop the order. You mentioned just shy of 30 stolen bases a year ago. Led the team in hits as well. Hit well north of 400. And the table setter for the Cardinals trying to come through with 2 aboard. Cooper delivers a breaking ball. Misses low and outside. It's a 2-1 count.
That speed on the bases too, Will.
Speed on the base paths as well. Speed at the plate, speed on deck with Grady Emerson waiting to hit. With 1 out and 2 on. Cooper comes set, delivers, and misses low.
Got another serious gap out there in right center. Now they brought the right fielder in a bit.
3 balls and a strike here to Carney. Ball 4. Bases juiced for Grady Emerson. Emerson 0 for 1 today. He drew a free pass in the third, struck out in the first, and the nation's top high school prospect with a chance here with the bases loaded in the bottom of inning number 4. The senior shortstop comes up to the plate, and there's nowhere to put him.
Not the situation that you want to be in if you're Bishop Lynch, right?
Tough sequence for Peyton Cooper coming out of the bullpen. Infield comes in. And that's a strike.
You know what? That was a phenomenal pitch. It was like he picked the lock, came in the back door with that curveball. It was amazing. Right on the knees.
Cooper coming set for the 0-1. He delivers. And it's pretty close, but a ball and a strike the count. It misses outside from our vantage point. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded. And that's drilled through the right side. Emerson with an RBI single. And the Cardinals take a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Grady Emerson coming through with the bases loaded. And he drills it through the right side.
That's the ball game, the time limit.
And Fort Worth Christian wins it 3-2. You call it a walk-off single for Grady Emerson. He comes through with the bases juiced, and his first hit as a Cardinal is a clutch one that ends the ball game.
All these tournaments, have a limitation. Anyway, great job, Will. Brought home the victory. I think it's because of you. Really good job.
I don't know about it. I had no impact on the result, but happy to be here. Happy that you all joined us as well this evening here for Cardinal Baseball Live on Tradio. Tim Polster, our technical director and producer, doing a phenomenal job. We're going to be with you all season long. Really grateful for the time that you took tonight joining us as the Cardinals win a thriller 3-2. The final, Grady Emerson ends it with a single through the right side with the bases juiced, and time has expired. The Matt Clark Classic continues tomorrow. Cardinal Baseball Live will be live at 6:40 tomorrow evening. Hope to see you then here from Tradio. I'm Will Connerly saying so long from Argyle.